DeJean no longer playing cornerback for the Philadelphia Eagles. Guess who got that one started? Yes, Vic Fangio himself. And we're going to talk about it. We're going to put it in perspective and discuss a little bit of what it might actually mean for the Philadelphia Eagles. And we're going to listen to Vic himself allude to Cooper no longer being the cornerback for the Philadelphia Eagles. Welcome back to the channel. Thank you so much for being here. Appreciate all your support. Hope you all having a fantastic, fantastic holiday weekend. 250th celebration for the United States of America. Do me a quick favor, like, comment, subscribe. You know the drill. I know you're feeling generous this weekend. Go ahead, smash that like button, subscribe. So let's talk about this. I want to play a quick clip here. This is only about 15, 20 seconds left. We're going to have Vic talking actually to Coop and to Reed about Cooper DeJean's future at cornerback with the Philadelphia Eagles.
Corner hopefully are over, but I will also tell you, you better
Sorry about that, man. Every time I got to figure out what's going on with the software. It always delays that first second before the audio kicks in.
Coop, your days at corner hopefully are over, but I will also tell you, you better stay honed up at corner.
If things, what about safety?
Yeah, he's gonna. There hasn't been much said that Coop might be is replacing Reed part time.
Hey.
Part-time. Okay, there you go. You heard it from Vic himself. Now, it was kind of interesting the way that he worded it, and I want to get into what this might actually mean, what I think it's going to mean for the Philadelphia Eagles this season. Now, as we all know, Cooper DeJean spent most of his time coming in the NFL with the Philadelphia Eagles in the nickel package, right? The inside corner, covering the slot, that sort of thing. Last year, and with the NFL, right? With the way the game's so focused on the passing game nowadays, that was majority of the snaps for the Philadelphia Eagles, right? That's kind of become, I mean, I know they haven't changed the terminology, but that's kind of become the base defense for a lot of teams in the NFL, just like the whole 2 linebacker thing instead of 3 linebackers, right? That's how you get that nickel. But last year, with Adoree Jackson being on the outside, when the Eagles did go to the traditional base with 2 safeties, Coop wasn't coming off the field. Adoree Jackson was coming off the field, right? So Coop was moving to the outside. So what I think Vic is alluding to here, and why he also says, be ready to play, is Coop will be in his normal nickel slot corner position. Because now we got Reek, right? We got Reek Woolen on the outside. We got Kenyon on the outside. One of those guys is not coming off the field, right? But Coop, they don't want to bring Coop off the field either. The safeties, most likely, at least now, right? Obviously, we got training camp coming up. Trades could be made, injuries, that whole thing. But most likely, the safeties right now going into this for the Philadelphia Eagles, starting safeties will be Epps and will be Makuba. And you heard there at the end when Reed kind of brought up about playing safety, and Vic's like, hey, yeah, they're talking about, hey, maybe Coop's replacing Reed part-time at safety. So my guess is how it's going to look this year is Coop's going to be in that inside corner position in the nickel. When it is a base defense, obviously, Woolen's not coming off, right? Our corners are not coming off. They don't want to bring Cooper DeJean off either. So most likely you're going to see Epps come off in those defenses, and Coop will move to the safety position and stay on the field, and you will have 2 great outside corners, and you're going to, I feel, upgrade the safety position a little bit when Epps goes off and Cooper moves back there with Makuba. And that is the type of defense you're going to see for the Philadelphia Eagles, at least now, right? We might have changes. Maybe Epps isn't going to be the safety by the time we get to the regular season. Maybe Makuba won't. Fingers crossed Makuba's healthy and continues to develop, because he showed flashes. I thought he looked pretty darn good until, the injury. So that is my guess in trying to decipher, because A lot of people are like, "Oh man, Cooper's not playing. What's going on?" Vic saying Cooper's not playing corner. That is my guess. Yes, he will play corner, but he's not going to play in the outside in the base defense like they did last year because the outside corners are not going to be guys that you're like, "Hey, we're going to sit one of them down so Cooper DeJean can play on the outside like we did last year with the Dory Jackson." So that is my guess, educated guess, and trying to decipher what Vic's saying for the Philadelphia Eagles and Cooper DeJean next year. So yeah, he's going to need to be ready at corner, and he's going to maybe say replace Reed part time, as Vic said, at safety as well. So Coop's got a lot of work to do this summer, so he's completely comfortable in the defenses in both of those positions. And I think that that is an upgrade over last year's defense, where we had to slide Coop to the outside to replace Adoree Jackson. Now moving him to safety to replace Epps and keeping our guys on the outside there. I think that's an upgrade over how we had to do it last year. So I think that is going to be a bonus for the Philadelphia Eagles defense. That is how I am taking what Vic Fangio is said. Let me know in the comments below if you agree, if you disagree. More importantly, if you disagree, because I love having these conversations. What do you think Vic meant then? Do you think eventually we see Cooper DeJean become a safety only? Is that where this is headed? I don't think that's it. But, maybe in 3 or 4 or 5 years, fingers crossed, he's, still here and still producing because we're going to have to pay some guys, right? You know how that gets with the Eagles. We're always getting that young talent. And then it becomes, okay, who do we pay and who do we let go? That becomes an issue with the Philadelphia Eagles. We're seeing that right now with Jalen Carter. There's a lot of talk about, hey, do we trade Jalen Carter because maybe we're not completely sure if we want to give the man the kind of money he's going to demand on the marketplace. Do we want to extend that contract? Because people still have questions about Jalen Carter and who he is and what that's going to mean in terms of translating into his performance on the field. So that's one of the big questions that's going to be coming up with Howie Roseman and the Philadelphia Eagles. Do we trade Jalen Carter? Do we extend Jalen Carter? We'll see what happens with that. We're going to get that obviously with our corners as well coming up at some point. So it's going to get interesting for Howie, as it always seems to do. But anyway, let me know your thoughts in the comments below about what you think Vic Fangio meant with these comments, what that means for the Eagles defense and Cooper DeJean, of course. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. Have an awesome 4th of July weekend. I will talk to y'all later.